All right. Oh, no.
Why?
I don't know why.
Why was that the start?
Why was that what I chose to start with?
Yeah.
I don't know. Because I'm nervous.
Why are you nervous?
I don't know. I shouldn't be. Anyways, welcome to High Low LOL, the only podcast hosted by me in the world. Right now, at least. Stop laughing at me.
You used to have a podcast.
I did. It wasn't a real podcast. It was just videos. Oh, don't fall.
I almost fell.
Just you're sitting like how you do normally in the car with your
know.
knees against against your chin. But you know how dangerous that is?
It really is. I read this article on Facebook that if you get in a car accident, your kneecaps can go into your eye sockets.
Yeah. And then you're dead. Or at least your eye sockets are gone.
Yeah.
You have to have 2 eye patches. Okay. So the idea of the podcast is I'm on and I tell a story according to the topic that we choose. Mm-hmm. A high story, a happy story, a low story, a sad story, and an LOL story, a really funny story from my life and from my guests' lives, and just to really I think it'll be a cool little concept.
Yeah.
I think it is.
But everything has to relate back to the topic that you choose.
Yeah. So the topic that we chose today was dating. Like dates, like really great dates that we've been on, really bad dates, and funny story from a date that we've been on. Not just me and Darcie, but just in general. Yeah. Like if I have somebody else on the podcast, it won't be dating, but it'll be like a topic about, I don't know.
Christmas.
Yes,
or
Christmas.
Something like
if it's
that.
A Christmas episode or something.
A vacation.
Yes, vacation episode.
High, low, and LOL of a vacation. Something like that. Some kind of broad topic that you can narrow down to 3 different events.
Yeah, 3 different stories. I'm getting a text. My phone's on airplane mode. How's that possible?
The FBI.
The FBI's watching again. You know what? Turn my Wi-Fi off. Okay. Anyways, the way I wanted to start the episode, and every episode, is a little icebreaker.
Perfect.
A bit of an icebreaker.
You know, I love icebreakers.
Yes.
You're probably not going
to love this icebreaker.
Okay.
Marry, bang, kill.
Oh, okay. I mean, we
play
this all the time.
Yeah,
so
we do, but
Jake and I have this thing where if we're in line for any kind of ride or
the DMV.
Yeah, or Halloween Horror Nights, just any time we're in line and we have to wait for more than 30 seconds, he's like,
anytime we actually have to communicate with one another without our phones.
He's like, all right, let's play. And I immediately know what he's going to say. So we like to do it with TV characters, real people, the people in line next to us.
I give her 3 people and she gives me 3 people and we have to marry one, bang one, and kill one. And normally I pick the ugliest set of 3 guys and she'll pick 3 attractive women, which is cool on her part.
Because then it makes it hard.
Not for me. Anyways. Okay, so I'm going to come up with three right now. Okay, so first one. Bob from Bob's Burgers.
Love it.
But it's real life, but he is still a cartoon. Okay. Tobey Maguire.
Okay.
But he's in the Spider-Man costume.
Love it. It's like my childhood crush.
Yeah, but he can't ever take the Spider-Man costume off. You can't do the Spider-Man.
Okay.
Pull the upside down kiss thing.
Then he's useless. Okay, continue.
I don't think useless. He's got spider powers, but
okay.
Save your life. And the third one. Ooh, what would the third one be? Adam Sandler, because that might go along with something that happens later because we talked about our stories.
Yes.
Adam Sandler, but he has no money and he has to stay the same age that he is right now for the rest of his life, and he outlives you.
Okay. Let's see. I would probably marry Adam.
Adam Sandler?
Yeah.
With no money?
Yeah, I mean,
you see, I'm
marrying you and you don't have any money, so it's fine. He's funny.
Oh, that's fine.
He's funny.
That's
really funny.
No, I'm mad that you just said I have no money. I don't have any money, but
I mean, it's fine.
All right.
He's
funny.
He's funny.
He's kind of an ugly guy, though.
I know, but he's funny.
All right, fair.
So if I'm going to have to spend forever with someone, I'd rather them be funny.
Then good looking. Whew,
Yeah.
Thank God. That's fine.
Bang, I would probably say, I mean, I guess I'm going to have to pick Bob.
You'd bang Bob?
Yeah, because
Spider-Man
I'm going to
can't
have
take
to kill I'm going to have to kill off Tobey Maguire because if he can't take off the spider suit, you can't really bang him.
You can't do anything. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to kill Spider-Man. As much as that hurts my soul.
That's so sad.
I know.
I'd probably.
It's fine.
You see, I'd marry. You see, that's tough.
This is a hard one.
In my weird world, if I was you,
Yeah.
I would probably marry Bob for there's no financial security because he doesn't really have a store. But, I mean, it's cool. You get married to a cartoon.
Interesting.
I'd probably bang Spider-Man because he can't take the suit off.
Okay. I don't know how that would work.
I don't know how that would work. I don't know. We'd figure
it out.
We'd figure something out. All right. And yeah, I'd kill Adam Sandler because he's just a guy. All right, you have to come up with 3 now for me.
Okay. Let's see. My first one is going to be
I'm so excited. This is my favorite thing.
Lois from Family Guy. We're going to go along with the cartoon theme.
Fine.
Cartoon person.
She's cartoon.
Yes.
In real life. So it's
Yes.
like I'm still me, but it's a cartoon.
Yes.
Okay.
So Lois from Family Guy.
I already know what I'm doing. Doesn't matter with the last 2. It's fine.
Oh, okay.
No, never mind, Carrie.
Okay. And then the next person is going to be what's the girl from This Is Us? Christy Metz.
Christy Metz. Oh, the big girl?
The big girl. Yep.
All right. Okay.
All right.
I can dig that.
And the last one will be Cardi B.
Cardi B. Ooh, this might actually be tough.
The 3 most random people I could think of.
That's what you can think of. I'm banging Cardi B. Easy.
Okay.
That might overmodulate the mics. Oh, well.
Fine.
Yeah, I'm banging Cardi B because
All right.
she's hot. And
She's a spicy mommy, hot tamale.
yeah, it's easy. I'm marrying Lois because she's already been a mom. She knows how to do that.
Yeah, she's a pretty good mom.
She loves groceries. And
Strange.
that's like a running joke in the show. Like
Yeah, I
how
know.
much she
I know.
loves groceries. Like going to the grocery store. And I'm killing the big girl. I don't even watch This Is Us, so
I know, but I mean,
you wanted to.
I just wanted to.
You didn't want to fat shame. You just wanted to.
Yeah, I didn't want to fat shame.
Yeah, like to. Okay, fair.
Wanted to give her a chance.
All right. Well, too bad she did. All right. So do you want to start with your first dating high, or do you want me to start?
Sure. Should we take turns? Like, I'll say my high, you say your high.
Yes.
I say my low, you say your
I think
low.
that's how we're gonna do it.
Okay. So I'll go ahead and start with my high.
Yeah. Okay.
So my high would have to be a date that Jake and I went on. This was about 2 years ago, and
Did we not specify at the beginning who we were?
we didn't.
Okay.
Yeah, that's weird. We should probably do that.
No, let's just do it now.
Let's do it now. Who cares? It's fine.
Hi, I'm Jake Midlow. You probably know me if you're listening to this. And you next. You get to speak
And
next.
I'm Darcie Roden, and I am his special guest today, and also his fiance.
Special guest. Yes.
Yep, special guest.
Yeah, I am your fiance, and you are mine.
Yep.
Mine fiance. Okay.
Yes.
Carry on.
Yeah. So this was a date that we went on about 2 years ago, and our initial plan was to go to Universal and to go to a Hunter Hayes concert. This was during Mardi Gras, where they do the concerts on the stage at the end of the night at Universal. So we had these plans for so long, and I had actually had Hunter Hayes tickets and ended up selling them because I was like, oh, we're just going to go to this free one and I'll get my money back. So I was so hyped about this.
Those concerts are a great deal, by the way.
They are. They
Like,
really are.
Like it's not that much to get like a pass for Universal, and you get free concerts. It's standing. It's like you have to stand up and like get a spot, but like
it's fine though.
it's
I mean,
not bad. Like it's free concert. Like it is normally like the whitest bands though. It's a lot of country music, and
it's a lot of Beach Boys with John Stamos as the lead.
Why is John Stamos?
He's there every year. I don't know.
Yeah, he's always there.
I'm not sure. I really don't know.
Yeah.
But
3 Doors Down.
Shawn Mendes.
Yeah, it's the whitest. Yeah.
The one time there was Drake
I don't know,
was supposed to perform.
Drake was supposed to, but
it got canceled.
He didn't show up.
No, it got canceled because his uncle passed away.
Oh, was that
was
it?
Yeah, I was supposed to go to it,
Oh, I didn't know
and
that.
yeah, I know I was very disappointed.
R.I.P.
But
Drake's uncle.
it's fine. Anyway, so we had
B.O.B.
these
went there too. It's not just all white people. It's
airplanes.
airplanes. B.O.B. I went to a B.O.B. concert there. It was really good.
I went to a B.O.B. concert at House Blues. It was good.
Yeah.
Anyways, so that was our initial plan, and I was so excited for this for months. This is when I was living in Gainesville, so Jake and I were doing long distance. So anytime that we got to get together, we were just so excited. So we had this planned for so long, and we get there, and I remember I'm wearing sandals.
Oh, was this the one where...
And a tank top. And it ends up, it was probably February.
You were wearing
no,
more
it was
clothes.
it was
Yeah.
February because I saw it on my time hop a couple weeks ago.
Was it
So
cold?
we get there and it starts pouring.
Yeah. Yep.
It goes from like 80 degrees to 50 degrees. Do you remember that? It just, the temperature dropped from the time we got there till the afternoon, and I was freezing.
Well, it was before they changed... Yeah, it was freezing. It was before they changed the old Twister ride.
Yeah.
Into not Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy Fallon.
Jimmy Fallon.
They're all Jimmy. There's a lot of late night guys named Jimmy.
Yeah.
Anyways, I remember because you had never been on the Twister ride that time, and we went like it's not even a ride. It wasn't even a ride. It was just like
simulation.
a show, but it was like you stand and like stuff moves around. And you were like, you don't like storms, so you were like,
So it's like it's storming outside.
No. It was storm. It was when we went on the Twister thing.
Oh,
you were like, is it loud and stuff? Is it storming there?
Yeah.
I'm like, nah, it's fine. Don't worry about it. And then we did it, and then it's like it's loud and stormy, and the thing and like shoots water out at you, and you hate getting wet because you're a cat.
I was already miserable. So
yeah, you're a human cat.
Yep, pretty much. I hate the water. Anyways, so we end up having to leave, and I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, what are we going to do? Just go home? I was like, this sucks. So at this time, we were starving. We had planned on eating at either City Walk or inside of the park, and since we ended up having to leave, we still wanted to get something. So we went to Olive Garden on iDrive. I don't know what it was. When we first started dating, we really had an Olive Garden obsession. We would go there constantly.
I don't just started dating. We still go to Olive Garden all the time.
And we haven't been in a while, but
fair.
I mean,
Maybe I
felt like that was one of the only places that we ate. Anyways, so we go there.
Chicken parm tastes good. It's not, sorry.
We get the chicken parm and we split it.
Yeah.
And we get there and we end up having the best waiter I have ever had at a restaurant in my entire life. And you have to know, my family goes out to eat a lot.
Yeah, you guys do.
Yesterday we went out twice in one day. Like, we go out to eat a lot.
You did. You came and saw me.
Yeah.
Ruby's. That was very nice.
And we get this waiter named Miles.
He's still the best waiter.
Best waiter ever. So he comes up, he takes our drink order, he takes our food order, everything comes out super quick, totally normal. We get to the end of our meal, and this dessert that was a chocolate cake just shows up at our table. And Jake and I are like,
we're like,
okay.
I was like, did I go to the bathroom and you order it? I'm like, that's cool, but like,
yeah. And then about 5 minutes later,
she was like, no, yeah.
Another dessert shows up that's like a lemon cake.
It was like a lemon
kind of thing.
I was like, okay, and it was Miles bringing it out. And I was like,
but he wasn't saying anything. He just kept sitting it down.
And we were like, don't worry about it.
And then again, remember he brought out that one that had 3 small,
it was like
kind of samples
little
of
parfaits or whatever.
Yeah, like a parfait, like a chocolate mousse kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the heck is happening? And I'm going to be honest. Do you want to know what my initial thought was?
I don't know.
I thought you were having him do it, and one of them was going to come out. I thought you were going to propose.
We had not been dating that long.
I don't know why that was my initial. Yeah. We had only been dating like a year and a half, I think. I don't know why that was my thought. I was like,
that's long enough,
Jake is having all these things brought out because I don't know why. One of my
like he's going to propose.
I had recently
seen...
what?
Miles might have been trying to propose
I had recently...
to both of us. And I might have said yes. I might have been okay with that.
Listen, Miles is invited to our wedding. We need to track him down.
Well, didn't we go back? We went back.
We did, and
we went back there, and we keep asking. I think he got fired. He might have gotten fired because of it.
He didn't say anything. And then wasn't there like he didn't charge us for our drinks?
Didn't charge us for drinks. He was like
he didn't charge us for the extra salad.
Miles was the man.
Like, and then remember he brought us all those mints.
He bought like at
a mountain of
at
those
Olive Garden. You get the
mints.
chocolate mints, and you don't like those.
I don't like them, but you got them.
Yeah, I'll eat those.
He brought us
like
a mountain. Mints.
He essentially brought 1,000 Thin Mints to us, and I love Thin Mints, so it's like.
But he wasn't saying anything. He just would drop it and leave.
Drop it
and walk away.
He's like,
and we were
wink
like,
at us every once in a while,
this
and be
is
like,
the best date ever.
This is the best. Like, yeah, we just got so fat.
Well, yeah, but then right after that, we said, you know what? Let's do something else tonight.
I probably blacked out after because I was like, that was the best. I can't.
But I said, can we
don't
please do
remember
something
what we did
else
after
tonight?
that.
I was like, this is the only day that we're going to get to spend time with
yeah,
each
no,
other.
I remember. Yeah.
Yeah, this is the only day we're going to get to spend time with each other because I was going back to Gainesville and I was going to be gone.
That's right.
For a while. I wasn't coming because I had to work or something.
It was a couple. Yeah, you had a.
It was going to be a couple weeks. I was going to be gone.
Yeah.
So we ended up going to the Orlando Eye, and we went through the aquarium, and we went through the wax museum.
Oh, man, that was awesome.
And all that. And we took a picture with, like, every wax figure.
Oh my
That's
God,
where I took my ET
night.
picture.
That was so... Yeah, the ET picture.
And we had so much fun.
That was a really
just
fun
going...
trip.
It was so fun.
Yeah.
And I always, even though we're about to have our 4-year anniversary, and we've had so many fun dates,
marriage next year.
And marriage. So we're going to be dating forever. But I mean, I look back on our 4 years, and I don't know what it is about that date. It was like a poopy day, and then it turned around and ended up being one of my favorite dates that we ever went on.
So fun. Yeah.
It really was.
That was a really fun date.
It was awesome. But shout out to Miles wherever you are.
If
you're out there.
He's definitely listening to this, so no, I don't know.
You're invited to the wedding.
Miles is invited. He may not get an official invitation because we can't find him. And
He's invited in
He
spirit.
may have gotten fired for giving us way too many desserts, but if that is the case.
He's probably they were probably like, Miles, we need you to come in. You've been giving away...
you've been giving away
3 to 5 free desserts to every table.
Chocolate parfaits to every table.
You don't charge anyone for drinks. You're making us lose money.
He's like, I keep getting tipped. I don't know. It's fine.
I think we did give him a really good tip.
Yeah, I gave him like $20.
Yeah. But that was just such a fun date. It was awesome.
All right.
So you want to go ahead and say your high of a date?
Yes. So my high of the date would be our first date.
Aww.
You're gross. All right. No, but yeah, it was really fun because I like to tell
March
people,
7th, 2015.
I like to tell people that March is like my month. Like for like
whatever.
No, so
explain.
My
explain.
go-to, like I always like a lot of big like milestones in my like dating life happen like in March. Like I think I had my first kiss in March. Like first time I ever made out with a girl was in March. And what's weird and like a bunch of different stuff. And when we started dating was in we didn't start.
We weren't dating,
officially.
but we went on a date.
We went on a date. Yeah, it was in March.
After I turned you down multiple times.
Like whatever. Anyways, March is my month like for dating. So I
prime time.
I'm like prime. I'm in prime Jake mode, and so I would always take girls to Pig on the Pond, which is it's cheap. They're like everybody's like walking around, you can hold hands and stuff. It's like super chill.
It was like the very high school thing to do.
It's very high school. Yeah,
in high school, it's like you go and Pig on the Pond.
Pig on the Pond, which if you don't know what that is, it's like the state fair.
You're not going. You're lame if you don't go to Pig on the Pond.
It's super dangerous, and because it's like it's all the fair rides and stuff. So like girls like their adrenaline's up and stuff. It's pretty dope. Whatever. Listen, I've thought about this. I'm like, why do I keep taking them there, and why are they cool with it? Like, yeah, no, it's smart. Anyways, so I asked you after like 3 different times. You saying no, I got something's wrong. Like,
let me preface this.
Okay.
We met on the day before Valentine's Day. The day after Valentine's Day.
Bad day to meet somebody, by the way.
I know.
If according to The Office, they make that joke in The Office. Actually, you don't watch The Office, so you don't know. But they make that joke. He's like, I hooked up with her the day before Valentine's Day.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I remember it was like the day after Valentine's Day. So 2 days after we had met, we found out that my grandma was needing to have surgery. She was rushed to the emergency room, and they found tons of kidney stones.
Oh, jeez.
And they were going to...
I feel bad every time because I'm like...
so they were going to have to blast them and this whole thing. But at first they didn't know what it was. And we were getting really, really scared and nervous because she was here on vacation, ends up in the hospital, blah, 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 this whole thing. So when Jake initially asked me, I think a couple days after we first met, hey, do you want to go to the movie? I was like, no, I can't. I was like, my grandma's in the hospital.
I was like, yeah, whatever.
And then a couple days later, I was like, my grandma's still in the hospital.
I was like, this girl keeps using her grandma as an excuse.
He waited a couple of weeks, and then I was like, my grandma's going back to Ohio today. I got to drive her to the airport. And he's like, oh my gosh, this girl just keeps using her grandma as an excuse.
Grandma sucks. Like, our grandma's really cool.
Genuinely had stuff going on. Yeah. I really, really wanted to go. And I remember
I know, you've explained it
my
to
granny
me.
was like, go. And I was like, no, I'm not leaving you at the hospital, the day of your surgery to go on a date. It's fine. If he likes me enough, he'll wait.
Well, I did. There's no other prospects, so I was like, yeah, whatever. This girl was like, fine. Like,
thought March was your prime.
Yeah, March was my prime, except for this March. And regardless, so we go to Pig on the Pond. She finally says yes. So we go to Pig on the Pond, and we're having a great time doing all the fair stuff. We run out of stuff to do there because we were talking the whole time, and I remember I was like back and forth the way we were talking. I was like, this girl's really cool. Like she because I had dated a bunch of girls who were just like annoying. I
was cool.
Yeah,
I am still cool.
Yeah, well, whatever. Anyways, I was like, this girl's really cool. Like she gets along. She's funny, and we so we ran out of stuff to do there at Pig on the Pond, and I was like, okay, hey. Like I was like, this was kind of like my way of like seeing if you were like cool or not. I was like, hey, you want to like go see the SpongeBob movie?
And I was like, heck yeah,
I want to go see.
Let's go, Goofy Goober.
It was like the sequel to the SpongeBob movie. So I was like, so we went go see that, and it's really funny. Like it was like, it's a funny movie.
Am obsessed with SpongeBob.
Yeah,
so are you. We both love SpongeBob, so it was like the perfect first date.
I was like, okay. Because I remember now. It was either go see because I was looking at my phone to see what movies were there. It was either go see SpongeBob
or
Cinderella, and I was like, I don't want to go see Cinderella.
You gave me the option.
I gave you the option. Let's go see.
This was the test.
I was like, do you want to go see SpongeBob or Cinderella?
Yes,
like,
SpongeBob.
So we went to go see that and laughed the whole time because it's a really funny movie. It's not really funny. It's funny. Like it's a funny date. Like we like snuggled in the movie and stuff, and I was like, oh. I did my move that I have for movies.
Yeah.
I have a movie date move where when I'm sitting down and you're sitting down, I make sure I'm sitting down at the exact same time and I'm sitting to the right of you, and I will lift the armrest up real quick while you're sitting down, so like my arm goes right around you. It's a foolproof system.
It was smooth.
It was smooth.
I have to give you that.
It took me time to
perfect that.
A lot of different ladies had to experience a poor version of that move.
But I got the best of it.
Yeah, that's right.
I got the perfected version.
I got the last one. As far as you know. No, I don't know. No, you're the last one. But yeah, and we snuggled during the movie, which was super cool. I'm like, this is nice. And then I drove. Did I drive you home or did I drive you to your car?
You drove me back to your house because I met at your house.
Yeah.
That's the only thing about our first date that I was kind of like...
That I didn't come pick you up?
He's not picking me up. He's making me drive to his house. I don't remember why we ended up doing that or what your reason was for that.
I think you might have left from the hospital.
I don't know. I can't remember.
I don't know if your grandma was still
kind
there
of thinking
something.
Like, oh, he's not going to come get me? Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I think your grandma was still sick. And
I'm not
like,
sure.
Okay,
I can't remember.
I've turned this guy down 3 times. I can't do it a 4th time. Okay, so either way, we went back to my house and we made out in the car for like 30 minutes, and that was dope. And I was like,
that's the only time I've ever kissed someone on the first date.
BS. That's fine. Oh, okay. Yeah.
No, seriously, I've never kissed anyone on the first date except for you.
Yeah. Well.
So congratulations.
Sorry, I'm awesome. It was a great date.
Smooth.
But I was at kind of a low point because I was like, it's March and I should be dating someone, and then like I was dating you, and I'm like, you know what? This is awesome. Like she rocks. So, and
Yay.
4 years later,
here we are.
We're still together.
Mm-hmm.
Still making out in cars. No, I don't know. Depends. All right, so yeah, that was a date high. Was being able to date you after you turned me down like friggin' 6 times.
Here we are.
Yeah.
Listen, it was worth the wait.
Was it?
Yes.
I don't know. Whatever.
It was worth the wait.
Yeah, it was worth the wait. Okay. So now we're gonna bring it down a little bit. We're gonna make this sad.
Not even really. It doesn't have to be sad. It can be
doesn't have
sad,
to
or
be
it can
sad.
be
And
just
honestly,
kind of like
I want to preface
crap.
with
That was bad situation.
Bad
situation.
Or like, it was a bad not a bad Christmas, but like
something happened that was
something happened that may like unsavory.
Yeah.
But could also be a funny situation as well.
Looking back, it could be funny, but in the moment, it was like, "Are you kidding me?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, okay. That's how we're gonna play the low section of this podcast. But also, what I was gonna say is, the rule that I want to set up is because the idea of this podcast came from like at my house we would always play high low, like best part of your day and the worst part of your day. But the rule was you had to have a high, but you don't have to have a low.
Yeah.
And
that can apply here
part
too.
of this is you don't have to have a low, but you have to have a high, and you have to have an LOL.
Yeah.
You have to have a funny story, and you have to have a good story.
And can I tell you something?
Yeah.
I thought that was so cool. The first time I ever ate dinner with your family was when we went to St. Augustine, and you guys.
That wasn't the first time.
Yeah, it was.
You met my dad.
I met your family, but I hadn't sat down and had dinner with them. So we were eating, and they were like, "Okay, go around and say." And I remember I was so nervous, and I was thinking in my head, "Oh my gosh, what am I going to say? What am I going to say?" And it ended up, they do it all the time, and I always thought that was such a cool thing. And I've kind of taken it back, and I do it with my kids at school. So in aftercare every day, I'll say, "What's your high?"
Darcie is a teacher, by the way. So
"What's your low?" And I always say, "You don't have to have a low, but you need to have a high." I say the same thing.
Good.
I had a little boy today. He was like, actually, Michaela, your cousin, was asking him, because she'll do it too sometimes. If a kid seems like they're struggling or whatever, just to kind of make him happy, she'll say, "What was the best part? What was the worst part?" And he said, "I didn't have any good parts. Today was terrible." And then right as she said that, this kid's always one of the kids that's there till late. And this was super early, like 4:00, and they called his name to go home, and he was like, "Yes, I'm going home early. This is the best day ever." And then I was like, "See, there you go. There's your high."
Aww.
So yeah, I try to teach them that even in their really, really bad days, there's always
something to be happy
one
about.
good thing to be happy about during the day.
Good.
Yeah, but I do that in aftercare. But anyways,
do you have a low for dating?
I do have a low.
Oh, good.
I do.
It's not dating me though, right?
No, it's
good.
not. So a little bit of a backstory.
Never mind. Sorry, I was going to make a bad joke. Carry on.
Fine. So a little bit of a backstory. I was in a relationship for 3+ years, almost 4, back in high school. And we kind of just started to drift apart, and then some other things went down.
It's a high school relationship.
Yeah. And we broke up towards the end of our junior year. And this was probably April. Well, in June, I went on a date with a different guy. I felt, I was finally ready.
It's a lot of dudes. I don't know. No, I'm just kidding.
This was only the second date I had ever been on, because the guy that I was in such a long-term relationship with, he'd been the only guy that I'd ever been on a date with, and he'd be the only guy I'd ever date. So
okay.
This was only my second date in my whole life.
Oh.
So it was on the last day of school. We went to go see a movie, and we show up, and we're going to get our tickets torn at the box office, and my ex's best friend is working there. I didn't know he was working there, and he was like, "Oh, you're on a date?" And I was like, "Yeah, I am on a date."
I know this guy. He did not sound like that, but
he was questioning what I was doing.
I know, yeah.
And I flat out said, "It's
you
none." You
just have a voice that you do for people that you don't like.
I said, "It's none of your business, but thank you." So we're in the movie, and I keep seeing him come into the theater and look at me.
Sneak his head in.
Yeah. Come to find out, he was texting my ex, like, "Oh, Darcie's here on a date with somebody else, blah, 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 blah." This whole thing.
As a movie fan, like, there's nothing worse than, like, somebody, like, coming
yeah,
to the
it was
movies and being
embarrassing.
like,
So, anyways, flash forward to August. That thing didn't really work out with that guy. We went on a couple dates, and
yeah,
he was really shy, and I don't know.
Just a weird date.
It just didn't really work out. So I'm going on not really like a group date, but
just a group hangout.
Yeah, a group hangout kind of. There was a guy in the group who I kind of knew. I knew him from back in middle school, and I was like, oh, wow, he's gotten really good looking. Like, he's cute. This is kind of cool that he's going to be on this date. And so, once again, we're going to the movie, and we walk in, and here's that kid again, my ex's best friend. And then here comes my ex. He works there now.
You can blame my uncle for that, actually.
Yeah.
For hiring him.
They're both at the ticket booth thing again.
Yep.
And they're like, oh, who are you here with? What are you doing? Are you on a date? And they start asking me all these questions. And I'm off the bat embarrassed because I'm with a group of probably about 6 people.
Jeez.
And so we go into the movie theater, same thing as before. His friend keeps coming into the theater to look to see what we're doing. And then here he comes coming into the theater to look to see what we're doing. I'm so embarrassed because I'm sitting next to this guy that I kind of have a crush on, who I kind of would like to be asked out on a date by.
Yep.
And my ex and his idiot friend keep coming in and looking at us. And the whole movie, my ex is blowing up my phone.
Yep.
I forgot to tell you this part. He's blowing up my phone. What are you doing? Are you on a date? Blah, 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 all this stuff. And
also,
I was like,
you shouldn't be texting. I'm not saying you should be doing texting the movie, but like he should get it. Like, hey, I'm not.
Yeah.
Like, don't text her while you're in the movie, dude.
So, anyways, we're going out of the theater. The movie's over.
Okay.
My ex comes up to me, tries to give me a hug, and I was like, no. And then the guy that I kind of had a crush on was like, did you just hug your ex?
That's such a weird move.
And I was like, no, I tried not to. He just came up to me like from the side and did like an awkward side hug. It was strange.
Yeah.
And then we go out, him and his friend like approach our friend group that we're on this group date with and start being like, are you guys on a date? What's the situation?
Accost you. Yeah.
Start just nailing us with questions, nailing him with questions. It was so embarrassing. And then he's like, back off, like this whole thing. And it didn't turn into a fight, but
it could have.
It could have. And it was very awkward and they were loud. I don't know. It was just such a bad first date, I guess you could call it. And I was like,
first experience that you had with this new guy.
With this new guy that I really liked. And I said, well, pretty much just blew it. Yeah. He's never going to ask me on an actual date, just the two of us. I was convinced. Yeah. I was like, absolutely not.
He almost gets in a fight at the...
I said, absolutely not. That's never...
Epic Theaters.
Thank God he ended up asking me a few days later to go get ice cream. And so I was like, oh, okay. And he was really cool about it. He was like, listen, exes are crazy. It's fine. He's like, my ex is crazy. I totally get it.
He told me about him. That relationship is
that relationship turned out bad. But anyways, it was just such a bad first date to have your ex checking up on you, spying on you the entire time. Side note, I went to the movie theater about a week later with my mom.
Yeah.
My ex wasn't there, but my ex's friend was there again at the dang box office. Gosh. And
why did Uncle Rob keep scheduling
I have
him?
no idea.
You didn't know you,
but
so I mean...
I handed my ticket with my mom. I was with my mom. I handed him our tickets to tear, and I said, oh, just so you know, I'm here with my mom. I didn't know if I needed to ask permission or not. And your Uncle Rob was actually standing right there.
Was he there?
He was. And my ex's friend was like, wow, you don't have to be rude about it. And your Uncle Rob was like, what was that about?
Like, hey, oh no.
And I said, and as I was walking away, I said, feel free to text my ex. Let him know I'm here with my mom. I know you have to give him a play-by-play of everything I do.
Dang.
I'm not going to lie. That is the most badass I've ever felt in my life.
You're like, yeah,
it really was not that big of a deal, but I walked away and I looked at my mom and I was like, I just dissed him.
Just told him
I was
off.
like, that I told him.
Off.
Yeah, I don't know. Wow. I should have just stayed away from the movies on dates.
Yeah.
And I think I ended up
to West Oaks.
I didn't
West Oaks
go.
is trash,
I didn't go
That's
to the movies for a very long time.
Really, because of it?
After that. Yeah.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
You missed out on a lot of good movies.
I know. But
all right, but that is a low point.
That was a low. Do you have a low?
I do.
I know you do.
Okay.
You have a couple lows.
I had a few. I'm only going to do one of them because one of them involves a couple of my good friends, and I don't want that one to. I'll tell them that it could be like a bonus episode some other time if I ever have them on this. So this low. So I've been talking to this girl for maybe a week, and we'd been like, it was like on and off. It was this girl that I just been
An
texting
in-between?
with.
An in-between girl?
A bit of an in-between girl.
That's what Jake calls all of the girls that he talked to when he was lonely and in between other relationships.
In between other relationships, I would call him an in-between
I'll
girl.
say, who's this girl? And he's like, that's an in-between girl.
One of my old in-between girls. Which is, I think about it, as such a sociopath thing.
It's really bad,
it's really mean, but
whatever, it's fine.
Regardless. So I asked her out. I'm like, hey, do you want to go see a movie or something? Just a date to go on. And she was like, yeah, sure. Do you want to go see Vampires Suck? And I'm like,
Ooh.
yeah.
That should have been your first red flag.
It was. I was like, okay. I was like, whatever. Like, we're going to see a movie. Like, we're just gonna make out. Like, that'll be cool. And like, I don't have to watch this trash movie. Terrible movie. Awful movie. And so she was. So we go to see that, and I'm like, okay. So we go. I get to the build. Like get there. I was younger, so I was just driving by myself. But like, I didn't go pick her up. She was like, oh, I'll just drive. I'll drive there by myself. I was like, do I have to pick you up? She was like, no. So we get there, and her and her sister get out of the car. This is red flag 2. I was like,
older sister or younger sister?
Younger sister.
Oh.
She was like, she wanted to come to the movie too. Like, do you want to? I was like, okay, yeah, sure. Like through my teeth, like all right. So we get in there. I pay for her, myself, and her sister.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I had to because they were like, we don't have. She was like, we don't have any money.
Oh,
her sister was saying she didn't have any money. She had money to
gosh.
pay for herself, but I was like, no, I'm paying for you. And her sister didn't have any money. She was like, I thought you were paying for they had a little argument in front of at the ticket thing. I was like,
so awkward.
I'll pay.
You're like, just.
I was like, don't worry about it. I'll pay for you.
Oh.
So we get in there, and oh god, it makes my stomach turn thinking about this. So we get in. I paid for everybody, and I was like, do you want to get like candy or something? We can get some of that. She was like, yeah, sure. And at that point, I knew like
you're paying for her sister's candy too.
I'm paying for her sister. I paid for her candy, her sister's candy, and like a big drink for myself. It was like $35.
Oh my god!
That I had blown just on candy, not including the tickets. This was like a $45-$50 like
double
date that I'm going on a girl and her sister. So we get in the movie. I'm like, we're chilling. I did the move. It worked for a second. I was like,
go.
Okay.
With her sister right there, though?
Yeah, I was like,
is that weird?
I wanted her sister to leave. It was a weird move. I'm admitting it was. I shouldn't have done the move, but I was like, you know what? I got to salvage this date somehow. I'm $50 in. So we go in there. Movie's terrible. Like, I try making moves, not working on her. I'm like, ugh. Like, I get rejected.
Not even a kiss?
I can't remember. We probably did, but like, she was not feeling it. And I'm like, this is BS. Like, whatever. So we go and watch. And if it had been a good movie, I wouldn't have been as mad.
Yeah.
But it was the movie. You just
wasted your money.
Bad. I wasted my money. This was like a $50 experience to watch a bad movie. And you were young, so you
probably didn't have that much money.
$50 was like
$1,000 back then. It was like
$1,000. I was like at 16 or 17. I don't know whenever the movie came out. It was when Twilight was big. So like, yeah. So I was like, like this movie is, yeah. That's my dating low.
That makes my skin crawl.
And then literally like, I texted her. Then I was like, it was kind of weird that your sister was with us, right? She was like, yeah, I think we should just be friends. I was like, so weird. I was like, all right, whatever. Like, clearly she was like, she used me to go see a terrible movie with her sister. I'm like, flipping B. I'm like,
do you want me to be honest? I thought you were going to tell a different story.
Which story? Hold on. No, what story do you think?
I thought you were going to tell about the story where you took that girl. I think you said it was you met her at Valencia or something.
Oh.
And then
so
your card got denied or something.
My card got denied.
You couldn't pay for the date.
It was a girl that I met at Valencia, and I took her to Firehouse Subs, which is a weird date move. But like, I was like, I didn't see it.
I would have been happy with that.
Yeah, Firehouse Subs is good. It's expensive, but and it ended up being really expensive. We just went there, and my card got declined, as you were saying, and the reason it was very awkward. The reason I didn't pick it because it was a decent date afterwards. Because she paid. She was super cool. She was like, nah, I'll pay for it. It's not a big deal. She paid for it, and then we made out in her car afterwards.
Wow.
So that was like,
good for you.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm awesome. And like, I didn't even pay for the date. I was like, dang, my card. You
paid for our date?
I'm this broke joke, and she's super cool about it.
You paid for my entry into Pick on the Pond. You
did.
paid for my movie. I think we got a snack too at the movie. I can't remember.
Yeah.
Wow.
And we saw a decent movie.
We
Not
did.
Vampires Suck.
We did.
So,
well.
Yeah. You got to like add in your, okay, whatever. All right. So now an LOL story.
So I really think that the LOL story should be something that is like a joint story. So no matter...
What do you mean a joint?
Yeah, so...
Like weed?
No, a story that we have together.
Oh. That's not a bad idea.
A funny story. So no matter what the topic is, or whoever you have on as your special guest, it should be... The LOL should be something that happened with you guys together.
Okay. I like that a lot, actually. Okay. Yeah.
Because I have a really good LOL, and I think it would be the same as yours.
Which one is it?
We're just going to go right on back to another time that we went to Pick on the Pond.
Oh, with the tilt-a-whirl.
Yep.
Okay, fair.
Wow. Why did we go to Pick on the Pond so many times? Actually, we only went twice.
Well, we've been a couple times.
No, we went twice. We went on our first
time.
date, and then we went a year later, but we haven't been since.
Okay. Okay, do you want to tell the story? Okay, we'll tell it together.
Pick on the Pond, please sponsor us. Anyways,
that'd be cool. Throw some money this way.
Anyway, so we went for our like 1 year first date anniversary kind of thing. So lame. We were like, let's go to Pick on the Pond because that was our first date.
We also ended up going to see 10 Cloverfield Lane that night.
Yes, we did.
Yes.
So that's the thing. Go to Pick on the Pond, then go to a movie.
Yeah.
So
really
we go to Pick on the Pond, and this time Jake's like, do you want to ride some rides? And in my mind, I'm like, not really.
It's dangerous.
It's dangerous.
I thought about it too, but I'm like, you know what? We're here. We already spent money. Might as well.
I don't know. I've just
instead of just walking around.
Yeah. I've just seen so many stories where carnival rides go wrong and like they don't
they're
put the
extremely
screw
dangerous.
on right.
Dad used to be like was a machinist at Disney and like would work on the rides there, and like they were very like high maintenance and stuff, but still stuff might go wrong.
Yeah,
carnival rides are the exact opposite. Nothing is. It's all held together with duct tape and bubble gum.
Pretty much.
Yeah. So I'll
go ahead. You say the next.
So
part.
we get on the tilt-a-whirl, but it's a different type of tilt-a-whirl because it's like
you go
like
inside.
It's like an alien ship. Is
yeah,
what
it looks like an alien spaceship.
Yeah, so we get in it.
You go inside. There's probably how many people do you think were in
like
there?
40.
40 people can
like
fit
40
into
people.
this ride.
Maybe we might be exaggerating.
There's
but like,
no seatbelts.
It feels like 40.
There's no seatbelts.
There's no seatbelts
or anything.
It's enclosed.
It's enclosed.
Dark. You're like,
yes.
okay, so you're in it, and like things start lighting up like a spaceship. You're like, okay,
and you
so
you stand up straight.
Yeah, you stand
and you
up
put
straight.
your back up against the wall, and each, well, it's not really each wall because it's a circle, but there's panels all around the wall, and each person stands in front of a panel.
Yeah, so you're just standing there, and then it starts going, and it starts spinning, and I don't know what they didn't say this happened, but like each of the panels started to raise up.
Yes, but
like,
yeah,
I didn't know. Like,
I didn't know
different
this
than
either.
any tilt-a-whirl I'd ever been on.
So we don't have seatbelts or anything.
Yeah, there's no seatbelts, but like I saw, the little girl like across from us, across
directly
the circle.
across from us.
Yeah, so her panel went up first, and I didn't know that was part of it.
I see this little girl fly into the air. Her feet are off the ground.
I saw it too. I thought we were dying. I thought it was dead.
And do you remember? I had like a blood curdling scream.
You didn't scream yet because I remember it because we were like, oh, like everybody was freaking out, and then all the panels started to go up, and I was like, okay, this is part of it, but still, it was scary. And then little Spider-Man kid Like gets up on the wall, like kid, like is not buckled in, so he's like, okay, like I'll hangs like starts getting up against the wall, like near us, and's like hanging out there, like showing off for his friends, like some middle schooler. And
so we figured out the way this thing works is because it's spinning so fast, the force
like pushes
you up against the wall,
so
and pushes the panels up. So you're not going to fall forward because it's going so fast, and because I don't know the physics behind this.
I don't know the physics behind it either, but I guess that kept Spider-Man against the wall. The force of it did.
So I see like this girl. I looked at Jake. I was like, we're gonna die on this ride.
I'm like, I thought
we're dying
it
together
too.
on this ride.
I was like, this is. I'm like, a die on our first year anniversary. I'm like, I knew I shouldn't have asked her out 3 times. No, I didn't think that. But I was like,
I'm like, these kids are like crawling up the wall, and I'm going.
And then you scream.
Did you hear me? I was like, ah!
You're like, get off the wall!
So the teacher and me,
the teacher
and me, I was like, get down! You're gonna get hurt! Get down! You're gonna get hurt! And I started yelling at this little kid.
Off. Like I was like, these little kids. And then it ends, and I'm like, I got off. I'm like, I thought we were gonna die.
I was like, we're leaving right now.
We gotta get out of here. Oh. And it was just the hurt.
Oh my god, it was.
And because we got off, we were like laughing hysterically, so scared, like fear.
It was like a scared laugh.
Yeah, we were like,
it was awful.
So funny though.
It was funny. God. Now looking back though, I really thought we were gonna die.
I did too. I was like, this is the funniest. I'm like,
tilt-a-whirl, no seatbelts.
This
kid's climbing up the wall. The panels are shooting up in the air.
Yeah.
I'm stuck up against this wall with nothing holding me on, just shooting up in the air.
Because all we could do was laugh.
Scared to death.
All we could do was laugh at the end.
It was funny though.
Yeah, that was funny.
So.
Oh, jeez. Either way. All right, so that's high, low, LOL.
That concludes our first episode.
Our first episode. I mean, you're not going to be on it every episode.
You know I'm going to be on it a lot,
You're going to be on a lot. I'm going to try to get as many.
I'll be on it. We could have 3 people.
Yeah, we could do that. That'd be cool. Either way, if I don't have any guests, I'm just going to call you over.
Perfect. Love it.
All right, good. All right, so make sure you... Do you have anything to plug?
Yeah, just go ahead and...
stuff.
Sure. Twitter. Follow me on Instagram.
What's your Instagram handle?
It's me, D. Marie. Or you can follow my teacher Instagram, Reading in Ruffles.
All right. You can follow me at Jake Midlow 10 on Instagram and Jake Midlow 10 on Twitter. And you know what? Subscribe to this podcast, I guess, on
Apple Podcasts.
It'll
show up on your...
I'm going to put this on my YouTube page, too.
Yeah.
So subscribe to my YouTube, the Jake Midlow YouTube. Subscribe to that. And... yeah.
So thanks for listening to our first episode.
Thank you for listening all the way through, all 50 minutes.
Wow.
Hope we brightened your day or at least made you laugh because we're really dumb and we go on bad dates. We have gone on bad dates.
Now we can go on bad dates forever, the rest of our lives.
All right. Well, that's fine. All right. Signing off. Peace. So yeah, I was talking to one of these in-between girls and I was like, hey, like, you want to go see a movie? She was like, yeah, sure. Yeah. So I was talking to her and so I go to... Oh, no. So we just burned the heck out of these cookies. Let me see them.
Oh, my God. I'm surprised the place is not...
So we were just... This is a side note. We were just trying to make cookies, and I was wondering what that smell was. Oh, no! They're so black! They just turned into charcoal. She turned charcoal... Oh, no. This is terrible radio, but she just turned regular cookies into charcoal. I was wondering what that smell was. Oh, my God.
They're going in the trash.
This part might get cut out. I might cut this out and put this as like a little bonus part at the end of the episode.
Do it.
I don't know. It might be part of it. Who knows? Oh, wow.